You trust the polls? Or if the polls are still the same way and Donald Trump ends up losing, you guys will be like, the thing was rigged. Yeah, he was winning the polls. I know, I've dealt with you guys enough. What's up, Tommy? Hello?
Dude, you're a fucking loser.
Shh, quiet. Projection is a funny thing. Shh. Hater bitches, man. They don't have anything. Just some fucking haters. Just some haters. I'm bringing that back. I'm bringing that term back. You can't even fucking phase me today. Okay? At all. I ate a killing in the stock market today. I'm on a high. Hello, what's going on, Throughway?
How you doing?
I am doing all right. I'll start this off by saying, please don't be a whiny hater.
What's
Sorry,
that?
Nothing. So what's going on? What's your take?
My take is if Trump gets back in, maybe things will get back to where they were years ago when all the prices were a lot lower than they are now, for starters.
Okay, so what does that have to do with Joe Biden?
Well, as soon as Biden got in, everything skyrocketed.
Cool. Here's a video of Donald Trump bragging about raising gas prices.
And to save the oil companies, they were all going to go bust. I said, this is the first time I've ever said we got to get it up a little bit. I actually called Russia and the King of Saudi Arabia. We had a three-way call, and we cut back on the oil because it was so incredible.
He's talking about the OPEC Plus deal. He actually posted a tweet about it, too. It cut oil production by 10 million barrels a day for 2 years. That ended in the Biden presidency. We knew that inflation, I find this remarkable. We knew that inflation was coming, and we've known it for a long time. And you guys just tuned in when Biden took office because it became politically expedient for you to do it. Are they really trying to point? They're trying to point to 6 charges that were dropped across 19 defendants. It's a weird thing. Donald Trump literally has 33 felonies still. You there? No, I think 2 of his got dropped. 32? Are you there?
Yeah, I'm here, but it really still appears that there's just so much manipulation of all these charges.
We're talking about that now. Okay, we're not talking about prices.
Sure. Yeah, they ganged up on the guy before he was even in office. So
what? How did federal prosecutors and state prosecutors make Donald Trump forge documents?
Where's the proof that he forged any documents?
It's in the indictments.
How come they always want to talk about all this, but they never mention all these documents that were in the trunk of Biden's Corvette?
We do.
They don't talk about any.
We do, but that's not what we're talking about. I wasn't
negative. Of Trump. It's pile on.
I wasn't. That's a so stop. That's a whataboutism. But we weren't talking about the documents case.
Well, see, you don't want to. You only want to focus.
No, I've addressed it a million times. You're doing what's called a whataboutism. That somehow Donald Trump's criminal charges are contingent on something Joe Biden did or didn't do. That doesn't make any sense. That's not how the law works.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is that most of the charges against them don't have any validity to begin with.
I mean, there's audio tape of him literally showing off, describing plans of attacks that he says in the audio tape are classified and highly secret, showing those off to people that didn't have the ability to have them. And he knew those documents were classified, A, because they have classified markings on them, B, because he was told to turn them back over. So I don't know what you mean there's no validity to this. They found in his house boxes upon boxes.
Are you convicted of any of these charges? I mean,
yeah.
If you think he's going to be the first president or ex-president that's convicted and in jail, but at the same time, it's still going to be running for office?
He's not going to go to prison before the presidency, but if he loses, he's going to go to prison.
Well, that could be, but I mean, first of all, I'm in New York State. My vote doesn't matter, but I mean, the preliminary reports coming in is that if the election was tomorrow, Trump would win.
No, I don't believe that at all. I've been looking at the polls. I don't believe that.
That's the data that's out there.
I know, but I'm right about the polls a lot. So, like, you remember, like, Georgia in 2020 when it flipped? I had it coming a lot closer than the polls did. The polls had Biden 5.5 points out. I had him either taking Georgia or North Carolina, one of those two. So I don't have any faith in the polls, and you guys don't have any faith in the polls. Remember, you guys keep saying you trust the polls. The polls weren't right in 2022.
When you say those guys, what do you mean by that? I mean, I don't trust the polls myself. It doesn't matter if I'm left, right, or in the middle.
Republicans relentlessly would say, and have said, and I know because I've been doing this a long time, you trust the polls? Or they say the polls are saying, but the moment this changes on you guys, what you're going to do, and you can clip me on this, is you're going to say, you trust the polls? Or if the polls are still the same way and Donald Trump ends up losing, you guys will be like, the thing was rigged. Yeah, he was winning the polls. I know, I've dealt with you guys enough. Hey guys, if you are enjoying the show, make sure you hit the like, subscribe, and leave a comment down below. And if you want to support the channel, you guys can become a YouTube member on this channel, or preferably join the Patreon in the link tree in the bio. Also in the link tree is my TikTok, Instagram, Twitch, and the OK Hi YouTube, which I post news to on a regular basis. Enjoy the rest of the show.
Well, I mean, that's a whole nother subject right there. There still is, there was tampering with the votes in Pennsylvania, as far as I can see. There was
No, there wasn't.
maybe in the next election, the same thing again. They're going to stop voting, stop counting the votes at midnight.
Nope, they didn't. And you're just literally making stuff up.
No, I'm not. No, that's
you
out
are.
there.
No, because I was awake. I was watching it in real time. So I know for a fact that they did not stop at midnight. Atlanta stopped at 3 a.m. for about 2 hours. Some other states stopped between 2 and 3 a.m. Some of them didn't stop.
Well, what's your take on the state of affairs as of right now? With I'm in New York State. I mean, people are disgusted with the state of affairs here and nationally, and with the open borders, you can't blame that on Trump.
They're not open.
We don't have open borders.
Well, sure they are.
No, they're not.
They're not.
Yeah, well, I live in a place where they're watching what's crossing over the river on a daily, nightly basis.
We don't have open borders. We do not have a policy of open borders.
They're watching it, then how's it open?
What qualifies? What quantifies? Okay.
Right,
in 2019, Donald Trump had the most amount of people to cross the border in a decade, so he had open borders.
where do you get?
If your only metric is more people are coming across the border, then Donald Trump had open borders.
The bulk and the volume of people that have crossed over have been while Biden has been in office.
It doesn't matter. That doesn't have anything to do with him. That's completely detached from anything that Joe Biden has done.
How do you figure that?
Because how is he supposed to stop? What do you want him to go out there and just push people away? Like, no, go back. No, we have laws. The laws were not changed in regards to apprehension or anything to that degree.
He's put the brakes on everything that has been going on at the border with Texas. That's why Texas has their attitude.
Name one thing
of maybe whatever the term is, bailing out of the United States, right?
Name one thing.
There's all kinds of
one thing that he changed.
That you can see.
No, I don't need a video. I don't need a video. I don't need a stop. I don't need a video. I don't care. I'm asking you for a thing that Joe Biden changed.
He put the brakes on the border patrol at the border.
How? What did he do?
For more of them?
He took legal action to stop them.
In Texas, right. In Texas, because it's illegal for them to be there. And the Supreme Court agreed. It's called federal preemption. You saying that Texas believes that they could do it better, even though more people have died under their watch in that park because of the steps that they've been taking, explicitly because of what they've been doing, for you to say that somehow they would do it better, why are more people dying there? This is, and the border is exclusively under the jurisdiction of the federal government. Period. There is no ambiguity in the law about this.
No, I disagree. He's reversed all the policies.
You can go read the name one policy, man.
I don't know. I've watched all kinds of people. I know people,
ladies.
Texas, that they're not happy with everything that is gone on.
I'm going to keep asking the same question over and over again until you either say you don't have one or you give me one. I'm not going to budge. I'm asking you directly for something that's changed. Okay? If FDR was president and there was a ton of refugees coming from like the Eastern Bloc and France or whatever, we wouldn't blame him and say, well, he has open borders because there's more refugees coming here. No, there were circumstances that led to there being more people here. That doesn't mean that he did anything to bring them here. You're saying that because the numbers have gone up, therefore we have an open border. And if that's true, Donald Trump did, because Donald Trump had the highest amount of immigration in 2019 in over a decade.
Oh. What you got to say about that, Jaden?
I just
That's
said
for
it.
you to
Oh,
answer.
Is that all you have?
That's all I have so far. What do you got?
I agree. It's self-evident that Donald Trump did nothing substantial towards changing or improving border policies.
In fact, he made it worse.
Yeah.
He diverted money from emergency funds to try and fund a border wall that didn't do shit. Clearly, it didn't do anything, even with all those miles they added. Didn't do a thing. Wild, right? He put in Title 42 that allowed people to come here and try and basically Title 42 allows for easier denial by Border Patrol. So they can literally go, you're not, 85% of people are rejected immediately. They're sent back. They don't have to go through processing, nothing. And he did that. And he put in Title 42. Well, one of the things about that is because you're denying people a degree of rights over public health concerns, which is what Title 42 was, because you're denying people more extensive rights to what they otherwise would have, they can come back as many times as they want. Full stop. They can just continue to, they sent back on Title 42 and they can come here the next day and try again. And Joe Biden ended Title 42 and Title 42 reverted back to Title 8. And Title 8 states that if you're denied an asylum claim, you have to wait 5 years before you can come back and apply again. So it actually went down by 70%. Apprehensions did when that was ended by Joe Biden.